Hi and welcome to Battlefield Tour 3. Now a quick bit of blab about these Battlefield tours. A few years ago we realised that a lot of bikers didn't go away on their bikes like at all, and we found this out after talking to a lot of our readers, a lot of viewers, people online, stuff like that. They were either too busy, they didn't want to be away for too long, too much money, all that kind of stuff, and that's all fair enough. So we decided to start doing some quick trips away, going to a lot of battlefield places in France, World War II, World War I, all that kind of stuff. And we started off in 2016 by going down to Saint-Nazaire, where Operation Chariot took place, and we went on an H2 and a Panigale R and a bunch of other stuff. Brilliant trip. And then last year we went to the Mulberry Harbours and Aramonche and a whole little bunch of other places, and the idea was to follow the trail across northern France and through Belgium and end up in a track day in Spa on a whole variety of bikes, but that all went really badly wrong, which became a story in itself. But anyway, this year we are going somewhere really cool. Again, got some great bikes, a trio of great bikes the lads are riding, Kawasaki's. It's important to say this isn't a test, although we do talk about the bikes a lot towards the end. It's just more about get on your bike, go away for a couple of days, have a laugh, and do go to this place that we went to because it was fabulous. So enjoy.
So then, Beach, where are we and why?
We are back here in France for our annual Battlefield tour. This is Battlefield 3. We've got some lovely fellas along once again, and this year we are riding around in northern France and we're going to a place called La Coupole, which is where...
La Coupole.
La Coupole. That was a perfect take.
Just go from La Coupole.
La Coupole, where the Germans were going to launch gazillions of V2 bombers. Now they didn't actually finish the facility, which has turned out to be a good thing for everyone else, but it is an amazing place to go and visit and a place you guys should too. Now, this time around, because it's quite a quick trip this, it's only a couple of days, we needed some fast bikes. So we have a trio of Kawasaki's. We have the bombastic ZZR 1400, we have the new ZX-10R SE, and we also have the H2 SX, a new supercharged tourer. And my willing accomplices for this is Mr. Charlie Oakman.
Hi Charlie.
How are you?
Charlie's astride the ZX-10. Mr. Gary Hartshorn from Bridgestone.
Hello again, Gary.
Hello again. Are you well?
Not bad.
Good.
Gary's on the ZZR 1400. And then Johnny, you'll notice that you're actually riding the H2 SX. You've been riding it, haven't you?
I've ridden it a fair bit, yes.
You have. So what we need to do is this, you see.
Oh, we've actually swapped places. Awesome.
We've swapped places.
Lovely.
Because you are actually a part of this now. I'm sorry for dropping this on you immediately, but you know, now I'm just looking at your chest.
No, but you can tilt it. Oh. Just shelter the little muff with your body.
Shelter the muff. You've sheltered muffs before. Right, so boys, there is a little something you're going to have to do for this trip. You've each got a Kawasaki, and I would very much like you to swap around while you're on the trip, but by the time we're in the channel on the way home under the channel, I would like all of you to come up with one or two very good reasons why yours is the best Kawasaki for this trip
even if you actually prefer one of the others.
Oh. Well, that's fairly easy because the SX is flipping awesome.
I think we're getting ahead of ourselves a little bit there, Johnny.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. So you up for it?
Yeah.
Yeah? Right, let's do some riding.
Of course.
Are you saying you want milking?
So Johnny ordered for all of us.
Yeah.
Merci.
He took the initiative.
Yeah, you did. I'll give you that, Johnny.
Well, what's not to like? Look at that.
I'm happy. I'm very happy.
Looking bridge, that one. The big metal. It's this big metal one. Yeah.
Last time we did this, we stopped for lunch there for about 8 hours. Didn't we, Johnny? Do you remember?
It took a while, didn't it? It took a while.
I haven't been to Pegasus Bridge since I was 7, and when I went to school, and I was just like, because I'd heard they were going to move it.
Well, no, they have moved it. The original bridge is, when we went over it, the original bridge is just on the right-hand side. They have moved it. Oh, left-hand side, is it? Left-hand side.
In the museum.
Oh, right.
So they have moved it.
It's my diabetic foot.
This will charge
Very,
you up,
very
Gary.
Gary, you worry about having a couple of beers while you're eating.
Oh, shit, sorry. Are you allowed? So you're allowed. You're allowed the odd thing.
That is cool. That is really cool.
Did you find anything English on the TV last night?
No, but I did see 2 men humping.
Did
you? You found some Porsche.
No, it wasn't. It was just like some drama thing. But at the exact moment that it came on, when I was flicking through the channels, it was two guys just beginning.
Boys, halfway point of the trip. What do you think of your bikes so far, Charlie?
Which one?
The one you have been designated.
Oh, did I say? Brilliant. Yeah, absolutely superb. It's really what's got me here. I mean, to be fair, in terms of a machine that you're going to go touring on, the ZX-10R isn't your initial choice, but mate, I haven't had a problem with it. It's been awesome. Dogs like it too. Yeah. Well, in France, aren't they? That's what they do, small dogs.
Fenton.
Fenton, God damn it.
Shut up, Shep.
So the ZX-10's been, it's been really, really good. It's been brilliant.
Talk to stock then.
I'm talking to bees now, am I?
Yeah.
Okay.
How's the suspension on it?
Suspension's really good. You know when we went over those cobbles? That was awesome.
Was it really?
It was like we were just kind of floating across it. I could see that Johnny was behind the camera. It was like this. It was just, yeah, no, it's really, really good. I mean, basically, she's a big machine, but svelte compared to the two other bikes, and really good round town. Sort of even at the low revs, you're at about 3,000 revs in first. It just stick at 30, which you've got to do through quite a lot of towns around here. And then where she comes into her own, roads open up, you open her up. It's phenomenal. Awesome. And the power delivery is just great. So, in fairness, it's definitely the best bike here.
Excellent. Gaz, mothership?
The ZZR 14. Rode one a long time ago, I think, when they first came out. It hasn't changed at all. I don't think. It's just still ridiculously fast, stonking motor. But it's just that when you get to my age, 50 next year, it's one of those where you can put your slippers on, your smoking jacket in your smoking room in the manor, and sit back and have a Cuban. And that's what it reminds me of.
So good handling, all right.
It's fine, for a big old beast.
Yeah.
It's not bad. And for the stuff that we've been doing over here, just doing distance on, it's absolutely fine.
Brilliant.
But there's been some, as Charlie said, there's been some nice twisty bits. Yeah, it's a bit cumbersome, but it will handle it and it will take it. You just have to, realise and remember what you're riding. But when you get down to the straight bits, it's see ya.
Bye. Yeah. So then, Johnny, you can talk. How's your Essex? Your Essex?
Well, if it's from Essex, then I guess everyone's ridden one.
Hey! That's so staying in.
Okay, boring things first.
Yeah.
I love the luggage capacity. Practical things like this.
With the 12 volt, all that stuff.
Yeah, all that sort of stuff. But I've only got 2 words really as to why it's such a great success. Cruise control. Although, to be honest, I wouldn't really mind if it was the rubbishest bike in the world as long as it had cruise control. But as it happens, I think it might just be one of the best bikes in the world. Plus, it has cruise control. So,
What's really tickled your fancy about it?
I like the fact that it's obviously so very special. It's, you hesitate to delve into the car world, but it's the hyper bike.
Yeah.
Rather than having a hypercar.
Yeah.
So every time you see it, every time you stick your key in it, every time you do anything on it, it always just feels special.
That is Kawasaki need a new sales pitch, mate, for the SX, which they probably don't need to, but that's a pretty good one.
But it's been a revelation because you look at the spec and you look at it and then you kind of go, well, that's going to be some kind of, I'm going to have to really up my game to ride this thing. But it rides. It's one of the easiest bikes I've ever ridden to ride. The controls are all light, but nicely damped. The throttle response, they've kept just enough of the kind of slightly.
I'm going to go get some beers.
Grab a keg. Over the H2, they've kept just enough of the kind of animal quality of the H2, but just civilized it just the right amount.
Sweet.
So it's easy to ride, and at the same time it can be an absolute intergalactic battleship.
Like it. Nice. Lads, the museum yesterday, what did we all think?
Well, I like World War II stuff anyway, and I was here a month ago with the missus doing Normandy on the bike, and I thought it was great. It just, the scale and the magnitude of and the lengths that he was prepared to go to win that war. It's just incredible, isn't it?
It really is. Charles?
I found the whole thing terrifying, to be honest. I've never.
He's gone now.
Never seen anything like that. Sorry. Yeah. As a facility to go and visit, and I thought it was really nice. It was beautifully done. There was lots to see. It was an amazing. It was an amazing experience to go there. Brilliant. Almost as good as being here.
I think it also highlights that you can get your bikes out. You can go away for a couple of nights. You don't have to spend a fortune. You don't have to keep going to your local haunt. And go for a 50-mile blast with your mates. You can actually come abroad. Come and visit some of these places. It's why not?
Yeah, not even for a week.
It's there, England. It's just over the sea. It's not far away.
Because this is 2 days. We've had some brilliant riding on great roads.
Yep.
Lovely food, and the museum. And for me, it was the juxtaposition between just the immensity and the incredible work that went into it. And you see it and just go, wow. But then obviously how it was created, slave labour and. And I think quite a lot of us have had relatives that are in the forces and stuff back in the day. My granddad was in a concentration camp, and when you see, you kind of go, wow at all that, and wow at the V2, and then you look at, which the museum covered as well, the really awful side of it all. But then to come here, which was, the movie The Great Escape. I think this was the fucking greatest escape of World War II, getting 300,000 men off this beach. Wouldn't you agree?
Possibly, yeah.
Just unreal. And I'd never been to Dunkirk before, so it's really nice to come down here and just have a good look about. Another museum down there.
You're stumbling around, aren't you? Especially when you set your sat nav to the curvy roads and avoid motorways. And we've been through some stunning villages and towns, and that walled city village down there. It's just cobbled streets, and it's just. Come and enjoy and sample France at the same time. It's a great place to be.
And we'll all be in home for time to tea, because we came over on the night boat that evening, so we were all at work that day. And I love that, being on the boat. It's that moment, they're waiting to go away.
It's one of my favourite things.
On Brittany Ferries thing, it's just fabulous, isn't it? Yeah. And we've been away, almost 2 days, and now we're just going to go jump on the Channel, and we'll all be home for dinner.
Yeah.
Would we recommend the hotel?
It just depends how much money you've got.
Yeah,
or
it
not.
just goes to show you don't have to come over here and stay in a nice hotel.
No, we didn't.
No.
But when it's called good night, I think you should have a question mark at the end of that.
Listen, at least, I went into that hotel and came out with more than I went with. Exactly. So, that's like a bonus.
Yeah, nothing about a Brillo pad and
No.
a good scrub bike sort out.
I didn't think you wanted.
Where are we and why?
Where are we and why? We are in the Channel Tunnel, trip is done, on our way home, and I suppose the question is, to ask the boys, why is the bike they were given for the trip the best of the 3 Kawasaki's for the trip? And I think we should start with Charlie Oakman.
Why do I always start?
Why not?
I want it to go off.
All right, I'll start there.
What's it? SX. Why is it best for this trip?
Okay, let's start with riding position. Sorry.
This is all going in.
I was going to say the riding position is perfect, but it's about 2% from being perfect. Okay. Which, to my mind, it may as well be 20%, because it's just that weirdly almost perfect compromise for all the things that we did. So it's great for twisty stuff, great for motorway, not bad for around town. So we did a bit of that. Yeah. Comfort-wise, terrific.
You don't even mention the supercharger.
Well, everyone knows it's got a supercharger, so there's no point banging on about it. I mean, I guess that is one of the main things that makes it special. Is
Feel good.
What?
Does it feel good?
It does feel good, but best of all, it sounds good.
It does, yeah.
You never get tired of that sound. You just don't.
Right, come on, mate. Why is the ZX-10 the best? The new SE the best for this
New
particular
SE.
job?
Well, all 3 of these bikes are amazing for this job. I've got to find 2 reasons why the SE is. Well, the key thing for me, out of all of these bikes, when we were up to our 800th, 900th mile, this was probably the last bike you wanted to be on, but it was definitely the bike you wanted to be seen. So, for me, it got to a point where it was style over substance, maybe. This bike is not designed to go touring, but it can tour. These bikes, you know, are built to do miles and touring and the comfort and the bike slippers and all of that. This isn't, but it will do it. And I think this fits far more comfortably into touring than these would fit into on track.
Oh, I like that.
So, in fairness, this will dance to an unfamiliar tune better than most bikes. So that is one reason. And secondly, it's a Kawasaki. And all 3 of them have been superb. Each bike has got its own merits. But in fairness, for me, at this age, now, and how I want to ride a motorcycle, be perceived on a motorcycle, ZX-10R SE did the job much better than the other 2.
Awesome. So, mate, why was the 1400 the best for the job here of the 3?
Because when we left Trowbridge, we were going to do some all-round riding, motorways, dual carriageways, twisties, and that is the best all-round bike here. And I disagree with what Charlie says, that it wouldn't fit into the ZX-10 slippers on track. I think it actually would. I think yes, it will be a bit big and a bit bargy and a bit wallowy. I'll tell you what, I bet you could lap pretty quick on it, because all you do is you just blast him down the straight.
That's a beautiful thing about bikes and personal opinions, mate.
It is. And
We've all got them, and none are irrelevant.
And I've also looked at the prices as well, and it's the cheapest bike here, and it's the fastest bike here. So pound per miles per hour, it does the other 2 easily.
Okay.
Because I think that has also value for money. I think it's a better value for money than these 2, because you can do more things on it in comfort. So I think all round it's the better bike. Plus, as I said earlier, when you get to my age, I think we've all alluded to, but I'm the oldest, I'm 50 next year. I need something that's not got me doubled up like a big kicked in the crown jewels.
So, gents, Charlie coming here. Final question to the 3 of you though. Okay, forget what I asked right at the start. Which of the 3 would you buy yourself? And this is genuinely honest. There's no. You were asked to do a specific job per bike you were given. That's done. All right. You found the benefits and stuff of all of them. Which bike would you buy with your money? I'll tell you which I would buy, and it would probably be 1400. But the SX, because the ZX-10 SE is so expensive. It's the thick end of 19 grand. I would be tempted to get the SX, but I would probably go for that because I've got no money and it's the cheapest here. What about you boys? What's yours, Gary? What would you, out of the 3, which would you buy?
Out of the 3, and I spent a lot of time on. I would never personally have a sports bike for the road anyway. because that's just not what I do. So we'll be out of those two. And having now spent a lot of time on the SX when I went to Ireland, I've done, well, by the time, yeah, about 400 miles I've done on that already so far as well. So I've got a good comparison. But for me, SX all day.
Charlie?
To ride solo, ZX-10.
Even though it's so expensive.
Yeah. Well, I've never will be.
Yeah.
No, I'm not thinking expense really. To ride the bike solo, it would be the ZX-10R SE. To ride with a pillion, it's going to be the H2.
Okay.
Well, that hasn't answered the question. Which one bike would you buy?
I'm so fanatic. What's crawled up your
There's nothing
Come on, which would you buy?
Between the two,
Yeah.
H2. The H2.
Yeah. And if you were just going to go touring, can I safely assume we would all agree on the H2SX, Johnny?
If we were just going to go touring, depends what we're touring to, and on what kinds of roads, I guess.
Okay.
tarmac.
Tarmac to see the sights and visit things. Yeah, I take the SX. It gets you there. You feel special doing it.
Which would you buy with your own money?
Out of these three bikes, because like you, I don't have any money. It would have to be something that would really mean something to me for me to kind of reach out that far beyond my comfort zone financially. But it would probably be, if the standard ZX-10 has IMUs, I would have that.
It does. It has up and the new one, 2019, will have up shifters, down shifters, back, left, right shifters.
I think that
Shirt lifters.
I think that would do me. That would do me for the rest of my life, trying to get to grips with it on a track. That would just tick all the boxes.
Yeah.
It's the thing. If I open the garage door and see that, I would think I've done the right thing there.
Yeah.
It's a bike I could learn a lot on.
Yeah.
And I've just got a soft spot for the ZX-10.
Yeah, mate, that's fair. I mean, really, when you talk about what we've all said, I suppose if you're going for an overall group thing, the SX is probably the one, isn't it? Yeah. All in agreement?
I'd agree with that.
Yeah, and it's supercharged.
You feel you do, as Ian just said, though, it has got a special, you can hear it whistling and all the stupid noises that it makes, and it also, because it looks different, I actually like the way that it looks.
Me
I know
too.
it's not everybody's cup of tea, but for me, I think it's the only bike that you can ride here where someone can give it a double take.
Yeah.
All the others are just normal looking motorcycles. That isn't, and I actually like it. I actually like that about that bike, the fact that it looks different.
Yeah. Right then, where to for Battlefield 4, boys?
Battlefield 4,
Coldings. Can do Coldings.
Colditz would be very
Auschwitz.
cool. Auschwitz.
That's a cheery one.
I think we've probably done France now.
Yeah, I think we need to start heading east.
Yeah. Go a bit further in and see some other stuff. Right then.
Or we could start a war somewhere.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're British. We don't start wars.
No. Brilliant. Right then. See you next year. Bye.
What's going on, Beej?
Oh, we're back in the UK. What a cool surprise.